you've obviously pissed somebody off because why are they coming for him like this? People are coming for him like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he has pissed off one of his slave masters.
Someone's dad is upset about what P. Diddy's done behind the scenes to their children.
No, 100%. What's going on, people? It's your boy B-Yax, and welcome to another episode of Fly on the Wall.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It's Sharon. I'm co-host.
P.Diddy, man. You fucked up once again, man. Oh, this guy just can't stay out the headlines.
I know, bless him.
So CNN have published
Probably not bless him.
a video, 2016 video of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy battering
His then girlfriend.
Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. So, yeah, everybody is talking about this, obviously. So, yeah, let's start off with this apology from P. Diddy.
I'd like us to, because now he's apologised. So throughout the whole of the proceedings, it hadn't happened, but now he's apologised. So I'd like to watch this with you and see what he says. Over to Sean Combs.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
It's like a pantomime, look at him.
I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now.
It's like he's reading from a script.
I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy.
This makes me
Go into rehab.
Do forgive me.
Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Here we go again. God. When shit hits the fan, he's American.
I feel sorry for God, you know.
I'm so sorry.
People, yeah. So it's God.
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
What?
I'm truly sorry.
Is he in a villa? He looks like he's at a hotel lobby or like you know, one of those like.
Keep on spinning that.
Oh,
please.
okay. Hold on 1 second. I just need to put my violin down. There you are, darling.
Thank you. Oh, I felt every bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He did it apologising.
So, they first started dating in 2005, shortly after he signed Cassie.
Yeah.
And
How old was she?
P. Diddy, she was 19
Lol.
at the time, and P. Diddy was 37.
Oh, okay. Love that.
That was swept under the rug.
That's a great one for the age gaps.
Why didn't anyone say anything about this at the time?
You know what, actually?
It's not illegal, but...
It's not illegal, but I remember when Cassie started going out with P. Diddy, I forgot to think about his... Can I just say something? There's some people, especially some men...
Dame Dash and Aaliyah, he claims he was in a relationship with her as well.
They were all
age gap there.
doing crazy stuff. Poor Aaliyah, God rest her soul as well. But, I feel like I remember thinking, he is... I don't know, I never thought P. Diddy was 37 when she was 19. And I also didn't think that Cassie was 19. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Like no crack.
There's also that. There's also that. And in this instance, it's not worked in anyone's favour.
Yeah. P. Diddy, you know. So, my thing with Diddy, yeah, when initially he denied all allegations when Cassie filed that lawsuit against him.
Mm-hmm.
Then after the settlement was agreed, of course, settlement, he said to the world that they've resolved this matter amicably.
Yeah.
Okay. So when his homes got raided, his homes in LA and Miami got raided by the feds, his lawyer said that he's been subject to a witch hunt.
Yeah.
Cool. So the first thing I thought when I saw this video, because they got to speak out sooner or later.
Yeah.
How is P. Diddy gonna get himself out of this one? What's he gonna say? to the public. That's all I was thinking.
I mean, does anyone look at that apology and think it doesn't even make sense? Like, he's saying that he sought help. Remember, this incident happened in 2016. So if they split up in 2019, he should already be in therapy for at least now coming to 5 years. He should have stopped drinking. I swear I saw a video of P.Diddy rolling in his house with his eyes at the back of his head, not but a few years ago. So I don't know when this help, has this help started now that the CIA kicked down his door, or did it start then? You know, like, we also need to actually hold certain people accountable. Yeah, we just need to hold also sometimes, like, it's not good enough to just say, I'm sorry, you know, like.
What's he supposed to do?
Well, look,
If you're P.Diddy.
Yeah, P.Diddy should go away quietly. He should go away and be very quiet, but he can't.
He's a
he
public
won't help
figure.
Exactly, he won't be able
He has to speak out.
Oh, he needs to apologise, but
That's the thing.
What I think he
It
should
was
do...
like Dutch Avelli, the UK drill rapper.
Lol.
Nonsavelli. You know, when there was the leaked DMs of him flirting with an underage girl. Like, it took him even longer than P.Diddy to apologise.
Yeah,
No one was buying it.
Yeah.
They always just try and make out like, look, life's good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After like something like this arises.
Yeah.
You know, it was, P.Diddy,
see-
after his house got raided, you know, there was a video of him on a yacht with some YouTuber, like, life's good doing that
Yeah.
Diddy smile.
Yeah.
There's no Diddy smile now.
Yeah. No, Diddy smile. But the thing is, like, if what he should do, if I, I don't want to be in his position, but what would make sense is for him to just melt away and disappear, be quiet. But he can't. The narcissist, the psychopath, the nutter in him will not allow him to. He will not allow him to go away quietly. Trust me. This is sadly, these people have been in the spotlight for so long, and P.Diddy is one of those people that's been in the spotlight at this level. He is so accustomed to people knowing him. He can't. I think it's actually going to kill him more to just have to, like, be quiet. I don't think he can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he's going to be able to do. And that's what you should do in this situation. You should be like, you know what, I'll cut my losses. I'm a billionaire. I've acted out of control. I've pissed somebody off, obviously. You know, you've obviously pissed somebody off because why are they coming for him like this? People are coming for him like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he has pissed off one of his slave masters.
Someone's dad is upset about what P. Diddy's done behind the scenes to their children.
No, 100%. Usually when you just shut up, they leave you alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like P.Diddy, who was obviously part of that Tupac murder. I don't think you know about this individual. And yeah, he just kept like talking about the case when he's made a deal with the government, basically. You know, he ratted on a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And he disclosed what happened that night in Las Vegas to Tupac, you know, and it was just like, he done a bit of time to just shut up, but he kept trying to like make money off the story.
Yeah. People don't want to hear that.
We're gonna lock your black ass up, man.
Yeah. People don't want to hear that. You need to be quiet, especially if you're guilty. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're guilty. Now we live in a world where people who are guilty can allow to open their mouth and be like,
you know what I'm saying?
What?
You know, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because we know there's forces, at play. Like
he doesn't look like he's stressed.
So I'm thinking, like, what's P. Diddy done? Why did you try to sting him so much?
Yeah, because exactly what everyone needs to understand.
Why trying to crucify him so much?
Everyone needs to understand that this has got nothing to really do.
Because he's not the only one that's got the skeletons.
Of course. Do you think he's the only person that's been, sadly, I'm really sorry, dragging people on the carpet? This young girl was dragged around that hotel lobby. He's not the only person doing this.
Ragdolling.
And you know what? I want to just go back to what you made, a point that you made about Dutch Avelli, yeah? In those situations, I want the people around them to come up. And we should hold those people also accountable, because this is your brethren. This is your friend. So what have you got to say? Because when Dutch Avelli came up, I wanted to hear what Stormzy had to say about it. I want to hear. You lot just made a tune. You lot made
he got cancelled by rappers, so-called cancelled, but there was still
silence.
Certain rappers. No, after that, there was still certain rappers that made songs with him still.
So what are you lot saying?
Dappy.
You're completely... Oh, well, no. We're not going to talk about that.
People like that. So it's just
it's like...
the hypocrisy.
What are the people who are around... Exactly, but what are the people who are around P. Diddy going to say? What do they have to say about this?
Charlemagne alluded to this.
Yeah.
And people say this, yeah, but I'm just like, oh, you're just virtual signaling, though. You know, obviously, I think that goes without saying. You know, people around them have to do better. But listen, people are on the payroll around these megastars.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in your best interest sometimes to play a blind eye. Not that you should, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, in reality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
But I think now we're moving.
So why don't we, like you said, so how we gonna hold the people around him accountable? Who's gonna oversee this? Who's the moderator?
Yeah. Well,
You know,
staff needs to change. Do you know what I mean? If I was a legal advisor, I'd be like, you should change your staff. Make an example of the people around you. But no one wants to do that. Everyone, listen,
de facto enablers.
that's it. And you're complicit in that, you know. That wasn't just Diddy dragging that girl up and down that hall. Of course it was him, and we don't want to hold everyone accountable for it. But for someone at that level, yeah, you have to understand that at that level, P. Diddy is not just P. Diddy, he's not just Sean Combs. He is an actual brand. So there are people around you who are invested in that. You have to make sure that you're all protecting this asset and also advising this person in the best way possible. Even if that means just be a human being, you know, have responsibility. Don't treat people with disrespect. You can lose everything like that. And this is a perfect example of how, when you get to the top, if you overstep the mark, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
The allegations against him really should warrant some type of prison time. So,
I mean,
knowing me, like who P. Diddy is,
yeah,
I think he's just an unjailable person.
Why not? Why?
Because he still has a certain level of power.
Well,
there's levels to power.
Do you know that?
That's what I'm saying. If you're considering everything on that lawsuit, people go to prison for less.
That's what I'm saying. There's young black men currently now in America serving crime. The same height, stature, background. They've come from where he's come from, and they're in prison for lesser crimes than him. Why is this?
That speaks to the notoriety
and
the power, without a shadow of a doubt.
Sick, sad world if that's the situation.
But it is.
Yeah.
We live in a sick, sad world.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Shout out to those who know the reference.
So, and you know what? Shout out to Cassie for not even speaking about it.
Yeah.
Not coming out to the world and just adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but her legal team have said something. They've just
I think
reiterated P. Diddy's guilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't even by omission, the lawsuit. He just said amicably, denied it. And then after money was settled, we've amicably
come to a conclusion, you know?
These people, it's laughable at times, isn't it?
I think we're still going to see what's going to happen with this. I think, sadly, it's going to unravel more. I hope, you know, like, Cassie, I don't know her personally. This is also another thing why we don't really speak on these subjects, because I don't know Cassie, I don't know Sean. I don't know P. Diddy. I don't know Cassie. I don't know them, and I don't really care to know them. But
got to hold powerful people to account.
Yeah,
you
know, and also like when this all came out,
triad traits.
When this all came out, I remember being, you know, in a pub with some friends, and everyone had such a strong opinion about Cassie fighting for her rights and and I remember being like, yeah, I understand that, but like, it doesn't need to come out in a public court of opinion, you know. Like I'm always very. This is such a this. Do you know that footage as well is going to be on the internet for the rest of her life? Like she's got children. This is crazy.
But these same people like outraged, about the sexual violence against women, like in Congo, for example.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Yeah.
This is just how I see it.
Well, it's certain
just like showing how shallow people are. People are just selective, you know, selective rage.
I don't even think that people are shallow. Do you know what I think? I think we are conditioned, forced and rewarded for focusing our attentions on certain things. Like you are, if people talk about
behavior.
Yeah, but if people talk, you know that when I post stuff about Congo or any other wars that are happening, I get nothing. No responses on Instagram. The moment I'm posting stuff about like, look at what I'm doing, or look at all the food that I'm eating, pure hearts. And
look what
like,
fancy holiday I'm on.
You know, it's like, why are we rewarding people?
If you wear a suit, you're looking sharp.
Yeah,
everyone's in your comments.
For all this clout, but we
fire.
don't reward people for actually speaking the truth and talking about things that are actually affecting people. You know what? The next time now, you know, I've always been someone who and if someone's posting something that's actually accurate, I'll be like, yeah, you know, even if I don't say anything, I recognize it and acknowledge it. But I think we need to start actually looking to the truth and saying, you know what, this has happened. What are you going to do? Everyone should hold this guy accountable. We should hold him accountable, you know?
Of course.
But anyway, talking about holding people accountable.
Exactly. Wow. So, Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, wins right to appeal against extradition to
The US.
the US, which is definitely good news.
Yes, great news.
Good news because,
Great news.
especially you anyway, you're convinced that they're gonna
Yeah,
extradite him.
they're gonna finish. I was like, I remember I was just like, if he crosses those shores, where what people need to realize, and if for those of you who don't know what Julian Assange represents, Julian Assange right now actually represents freedom of speech. He's actually almost like one of the key signifiers that embodies. If you could ever actually have someone who physically is the embodiment of something, Julian Assange is the embodiment of freedom of speech and truth right now in the time that we live in. It happens often, there will always be someone who's great who comes in and challenges the status quo and pushes the paradigm and the shift and how
speaks
people
truth to power.
You see what I mean?
David v. Goliath.
Do you see? So there's always someone, but in this time, in our generation now, especially now with this whole internet and the information age and the social media age, Julian Assange currently even having to go to court to have to appeal his freedom for speaking on the atrocities and crimes that happened in the war of during Iraq is actually, that in itself is mad. Do you know what I mean?
It's mental. Trying to extradite him to a country that he's not even from, for example.
Why do you need to take him? Why do you need to take him there? He's not even from there. He doesn't even reside. He doesn't even live in America.
So, and they're charging him with espionage.
Do you understand? This is an Australian Australian citizen, journalist, quite possibly one of our time's credible journalists, who resides in the UK, currently being threatened to be extradited to the US. Why? What has the US got to do with this?
He's been held in Belmarsh for about 6 years now, and he's had a stroke in there.
Yeah.
And he's not he's in segregation.
What you have
He's been in segregation for
6 years.
6 years.
And this is not a criminal. This is not criminal, And I know it's not about saying, oh, the criminals deserve it.
They treat him like the biggest one in the world.
You'd think this man was a mass murderer of actual people. There's atrocities happening right now and nobody's in prison and serving the time that Julian Assange has done for actually showing us and highlighting what actually happened in the Iraq War.
It is mental. It is mental, and it's mad the way the pilots were just talking about the innocent people that they've just shut down, like they're flipping
playing like a game.
do you know what I'm saying? Like they're flipping animals, look at those dead bastards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For Apache helicopter. Obviously, this is when America was occupying Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And they shut down, open fire on a group of innocent people. So he leaked that, and he just absolutely infuriated the government of the United States. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Julian Assange. So, but this just goes to show, that democracy is an illusion.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't got no real freedom.
Yeah.
Out here, if you speak to power, this is what they can do to you.
Yeah.
Like it's a slow death that they're doing. They're putting them through.
Yeah.
You know.
In the public eye.
Exactly.
Because it's not even like this is a trial. This is a very public trial. It's being carried through the courts, and meanwhile, this man honestly has done nothing. He actually hasn't done anything wrong. Yes, you can say he's broken laws. Laws of what? there are people's children that were murdered, and you can see that these people's children were murdered by soldiers, trained soldiers, and they're screaming and laughing, and they're literally like, "Please let me." I remember the phrase, "Please, come on, please let me hit the target."
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
These are civilians.
Shooting fish in the barrel.
Don't you think you, as a human being, deserve to know that that's what goes on with some of these people who are supposed to be quote unquote in control, who are supposed to be serving and protecting us, who are supposed to be fighting for our name, our liberty?
Exactly.
What is going on? It's okay. I feel like what I want from this is for the acknowledgement that this should not be.
It's a crime. This is beyond the war crime. This is American hegemony.
Yeah.
You know, and those soldiers flying that helicopter are still not being held accountable.
Yeah.
But
This journalist
Julian Assange is rotting away
in Belmarsh for 6 years. For 6 years. Do you know how crazy this is? Like, this is the reality we actually live in, where somebody it's insane. So, I mean, for me, it's great news. You know, I'm always randomly, I'm like, what's happening with Julian Assange? Have you heard anything? Because, you know, you're always really tapped in with the news and stuff. And I'm always like, what's going on with Julian Assange? You know, have you heard anything? Every now and then, like, my gut will just be like, what's going on with this man? Like, what is happening? Because this for anyone as well, you know, who is catching us on one of the social media outlets, like especially YouTube, the platform that this is and what it allows us to all do, and for us to be able to create as just normal people, you're able to come on here and create a show, a podcast, talk, share your opinions, your feelings. What you don't realize is that Julian Assange being extradited and taken to another country for actually revealing what actually the atrocities that were happening, has a massive knock-on effect on even us being able to speak like this about this topic
and journalism
in general.
And
but I'm not even talking. Yeah,
their freedom to expose state secrets.
I think that's what journalism is.
Why is the government hiding stuff? Do you know why? Because that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted.
But then can't they just say this one? Can't they just say this one and, oh, look, we'll take an L on this? Yeah. You know what? Julian caught us. That's what I just thought. I thought, why didn't
pull
they
their
just
pants down on the world stage?
But if they just got over this back then and said, you know what, hands down, we apologise. Yeah, okay, we could have all moved on. But they've been dragging this out for so long. What somebody is quite literally. Do you know what solitary? I've never ever experienced solitary confinement. I mean, what would you say someone for 6 years must be feeling?
You're in there for a month, and when you come out of there, feels like you've just been let out of, I don't know, a cage, a dark cage, and you come back out into the world, and you're just like, you're a bit disorientated. Yeah. And that's only a month, or two. So, yeah, and you're away with everybody from general population. So your regime is totally different, literally. When you get back on the actual wing, you feel like, fucking hell, thank God I'm out of there.
Can you imagine? And you're still but you're still in prison.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's common. People do, especially in America. America, people do years in there.
It's not.
You know what I mean? In this country, people do months. They can have you there. It's listen. Sometimes people go there intentionally.
Oh, okay.
So they can get a move to another prison.
Yeah.
But they'll endure what you have to endure just to be relocated somewhere else.
This is someone not even. He is just a journalist. All he wanted to do was just write papers and talk about the truth and share and expose what's happening in our world. Someone like that. I never understood actually how. I always found it quite uncomfortable how close people who actually fight for human rights and change the world, were always so close to like prison and being like held against their will or being like like wrongfully imprisoned. I never understood why they were always so. It's almost as if like you can see how much of a threat someone is by how much time they do, or how much pressure is put on top of them.
Yeah.
You know, like by the law, by the law, by government and the law.
Yeah, they've made him a political prisoner.
Yeah, basically.
And he's not a
He has no agenda.
political. Like he's not like he's trying to start, an uprising against the government.
No.
In any shape or form. I think that they got loads of political prisoners. Especially in America. In Africa. People who generally want to make a change.
Yeah.
And be loyal to their country.
Yeah.
And be loyal to their people.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are, we're talking probably thousands, maybe even millions, but how about the ones that we don't know about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Black Panther members, plenty of them.
Yeah.
They've done over like 30 years in jail, sitting there, on a obviously political, point of view, why they're in there. But there is, it's a cruel world.
Exactly. Sadly.
Yeah, so shout out Julian Assange.
Yeah.
Shout out all the truth tellers.
Yeah.
So just to quickly like round up on that. So Julian Assange wins his right to appeal. The WikiLeaks founder can now launch a full appeal against his extradition. Yeah, London's High Court ruled Monday that the Australian publisher can challenge his removal from the UK to the US in a decision which extends his lengthy legal battle. In March, the High Court granted Assange a temporary reprieve and gave the American government 3 weeks to provide satisfactory assurances he'll receive a fair trial, have his First Amendment free speech rights protected, and not face the death penalty. This is fucked. The guy's not even American. Oh, man. But the world's watching. Yes. On that note, subscribe, like, share, and let us know what you think on Diddy, on Assange. 2. Over and out.
Peace. Bye, everyone.